You build a ladder to the sun. It is a simple design. Aluminum rungs, steel bolts. You step onto the first rung and start climbing. The goal is the center of the solar system. You have a small bag of trail mix and a dream. The distance is 93 million miles. A brisk climbing pace is 2 miles per hour. This journey takes 5,000 years. Your legs ache. The trail mix is gone by day 3. Boredom becomes the primary enemy. Space is very quiet. The ladder vibrates slightly in the wind, then the wind stops. The atmosphere thins. The air becomes a suggestion rather than a requirement for breathing. You are now very tired. The vacuum of space arrives. Lungs collapse instantly. Blood begins to boil at body temperature. This is called the Armstrong limit. The ladder is now the only thing keeping you from drifting into the void. But the ladder has a problem. Steel has a breaking point. The weight of 93 million miles of metal is astronomical. The bottom of the ladder is crushed under its own mass. It compresses into a degenerate state of matter. The lower rungs become a super-dense needle of metal. Gravity pulls the ladder into a curve. You are no longer climbing a straight line. You are climbing a giant metallic noodle that is slowly strangling the earth. You notice a small smudge on your goggles. It is a dead space fly. It died 3,000 years ago. You wonder if you left the oven on back home. You probably did. This is a significant concern for your landlord. Earth is moving at 67,000 miles per hour. The ladder is not anchored to a fixed point in space. It is anchored to a spinning rock. Centrifugal force pulls the top of the ladder outward. The structure begins to whip. This creates a planetary scale jump rope. The speed of the upper rungs exceeds the speed of sound. Then they exceed the speed of light. Physics breaks. The ladder creates a series of sonic booms that shatter every window on Earth. The friction against the thin remnants of the atmosphere turns the ladder into a glowing rod of incandescent plasma. You are now climbing a beam of pure energy. Your boots melt. Your socks vanish. The heat is no longer a nuisance. It is a fundamental change in your molecular state. You are now a very hot, very confused stickman. The sun grows larger. The solar wind hits the ladder like a hammer. Radiation strips the electrons from your atoms. You are no longer made of matter. You are a cloud of ionized gas shaped like a person. This is inconvenient for climbing. The ladder is vaporizing from the top down. The sun consumes the rungs faster than you can climb them. Each step forward is a step into a furnace. The temperature reaches 1 million degrees in the corona. The plasma is so dense it feels like wading through hot syrup. Your ionized consciousness realizes that the ladder was a bad investment. The metal is now a stream of aluminum vapor. You are essentially surfing a metallic cloud toward a gravitational abyss. The light is blinding. Every cell of your non-existent body screams. The sun does not care. It is a giant ball of fusing hydrogen. It just wants to keep burning. You are merely a tiny metallic snack arriving at a very slow pace. The final stretch is a nightmare of fluid dynamics. You enter the photosphere. The gravity is 28 times stronger than Earth. Your ionized remains are crushed into a flat pancake. The ladder is gone. Only a trail of floating atoms remains. The pressure increases. The heat becomes absolute. You are now part of the solar convection zone. Massive bubbles of plasma carry you deeper. You are a single atom of carbon in a sea of fire. The scale is incomprehensible. A single granule on the sun's surface is the size of Texas. You are floating through a Texas-sized bubble of fire. Then you hit the radiative zone. Photons bounce around for 100,000 years before escaping. You are trapped in a light maze of agony. The pressure turns everything into a metallic liquid. The concept of a ladder is now a distant, funny memory. You are no longer a climber. You are a contribution to the sun's total mass. The calculation shows you added 0.0000001% to the sun's weight. The sun does not notice. The physics of the star simply absorb you into the eternal roar of nuclear fusion. You reach the core. The temperature is 15 million degrees. Gravity is an unstoppable force. All remaining traces of the stickman are fused into helium. The journey is complete. You have arrived. There is no platform to stand on. There is no sign saying you made it. There is only the crushing weight of a star and the sound of a billion hydrogen bombs going off every second. You are now a very small part of a very big fire. The mission is a failure. However, the local zoning board is furious. You built a structure exceeding the maximum height limit of 400 feet. The fine is $12. Since you are now a helium atom, the city seizes your house for non-payment. Physics is a cruel mistress. Do not build ladders to stars. Subscribe to the What If Club to see what happens if you throw a piano at a black hole.